Welcome everyone to 2017 Blade&soul World Championships. We're back once again after the extended break. Thank you for coming back. We're back with the semifinals. Now up to close to end it out. We're very soon to do that. We're gonna be just on few more matches to close it out. And what is the first match? Yeah, the few more matches that will close out the semifinals. And we're also gonna get an elimination team from this phase as well. Once we're done and over with, we're going to have 3 best teams. They're going to head over to next Friday for the grand final. That will be happening in the Seoul Stadium. We're going to be happening in the City Hall area. But for the meantime, we're going to go on to the matches starting very soon.
Yeah, so now the winners of the first part, if you guys haven't watched it with us, it will be the 2 GC Busans, GC Busan Red and GC Busan Blue. And the losers match, which will be in today, and we will get the elimination team. It'll be either R&B Gaming from Russia or Pengandi from Taiwan. So yeah, both are important because the winners of the winners match will secure that spot in the finals as the first place seed. And the losers also very important because either Russia or Taiwan will get eliminated. And here is the overview. Right now we are at the 1800 segment of the Sunday. And the finals is not today. The grand finals will be on the 29th, 5 days later. So just make sure to know that today is just the semi-finals part of the tournament.
Yeah, I know we've been on a very long run to get to this point. Started from the group stages about 4 days ago and been taking a step at a time. And from the quarterfinals up to the semifinals is where we are today. See the winners match and the losers match. As you explained, Andy, GC Busan Red, GC Busan Blue, they already confirmed to go to the semifinals, but the winner from this first match here is going to clinch themselves in this position that they can no longer be third place, and you will either be second or first place. So guaranteeing that spot in the finals is what they're trying to do with this first match. The losers match with R&B Gaming, Pengandi, will be more about avoiding elimination and making their position in that third place spot. Once we get to the actual grand finals coming up on Friday. So making an appearance really requires them, either side from the losers match, to win out a game. And that will be what they need to the next week.
Yep, and the losers match is trying to avoid the elimination, but if the team is confident, they may still try to go for that first place, because even though they are in the loser seed for now, if they win out today and go to the grand final stage and somehow beat the second place team and go into the grand finals where there's only 2 teams left, have a chance at the first place prize pool. So it's not totally done for them if they are the winners of today.
It really is. Just talking about what they're trying to do with, we only have 4 teams left over, so there's not much to talk about anymore. Since one match out of the other will decide a lot of things for all the teams left in this one. But since they're in the winners match, the GC Busan Blue, GC Busan Red, those 2 teams are in a comfortable position, already knowing that they're going to be in next Friday's grand finals. But it's about what position you want to be in is the question that they're going to have to answering when they do go up against each other. So it's going to be sister teams, the Busan Derby once again. We enjoy those every single time, and we'll see it once again in World 2017 to see who's going to get that first seed and really be in that position, just waiting patiently for the second and third place to duke it out. The first phase up next Friday, that will decide who our 2 finalist team will be. But there you see on the screen, it's GC Busan Red, Kyunggi Kim, Junho Han, Sang-Jin Choi. And really no trouble for these guys since their first appearance in Worlds yesterday, because of their automatic qualification into the quarterfinals due to their #1 seedings from Korea. They joined in along with China's Sky as the automatic seeding into yesterday's matches, but with GC Busan Red advancing to today's semifinals match, whereas Sky could not get past their first day of play and advance to the second day would have been their semifinals appearance, but they did lose out. One of the teams you see here. We're going to get to see the Busan Derby very soon, but it's just very strong teams on both sides. How do you see this playing out?
They, as everybody should know, they are the sister teams and they practice with each other, against each other, probably every time they get the time on their hands to practice. And from what I hear in the backstage is that there used to be a gap with GC Busan Red and GC Busan Blue, but now the gap has been closing closer and closer. And the most recent practice that they had, they actually tied 2-2 before they actually came to the OGN studio. So, I hope to get a good game, a very close game, but I hope they try to avoid TKOs where, like all 6 players are alive. Like, I do want some eliminations. Like, I want some kills going on. So, to show you guys some hype and, to get some good, exciting game rather than a dull game, which, a full 10 minutes of tag, that's kind of gets boring.
Yeah, but we did see GC Busan Red, GC Busan Blue, both teams. They were in that first round of semifinals in the early parts of our day. We saw them really tear down their opponent, just tear them apart piece by piece. But it wasn't to a most entertaining effect because of how one-sided it was for both series. But now that we do have 2 strengths, ready to go with game 1 here. See how much of an entertainment game it is compared to the first series that both teams faced earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, the closer the team skill level are, it could get a little stale and dull. But I hope these 2 Korean teams, being the top 2 Korean teams, the only 2 Korean teams left over, can show us a good show.
Let's see. Let's begin right away with game 1 between GC Busan Red, GC Busan Blue, the Busan Derby. Game 1 will begin very shortly. So let's get on. Now you hear more even cheers towards both sides with fans from both sides. Now, accessibility is definitely an issue with you, with the Korean teams having a lot more fans. Naturally, this Korean turf, but the Sung Choi, Yutasan, he's gonna be on the Blade Dancer instead of the Destroyer that we'd like to see him on tag. He's gonna opt for the Assassin this time around.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah, it's gonna go back to the Blade Dancer to hopefully get a win in this single for game 1.
This whole match will decide whether they play a game or one less game into grand finals and comfortably wait up all the way at the top seed. But that lightning draw doing some damage to Sungjin Choi right now.
He's gonna retreat out of there, but no further escaping used by the Destroyer. Sungjin Choi is done. Nothing wrong really.
Yeah.
Ever since his first appearance in Worlds 2017 from yesterday, it's just been pretty easy rolling. It's just all about doing everything that you're supposed to do in this stage. Sungjin Choi definitely has been that caliber.
But so far, Yuntae-san has been taking the advantage, but now Judgment Clue combo, saving that.
Okay.
Oh, there we go, finally using his escape.
So before taking too much damage, Yuntae-san gets out of there with the reversal. Tap escape being gone now.
Well, the early game, Sungjin Choi was the only one who took damage, but now it has turned over, and Yuntae-san is actually lower than Sungjin Choi in health bar.
See, they're gonna just wait it out here.
Really, guys?
Both players really know what each other are doing because, like I said before, they've been practicing with each other so long. Lightning draw does come through. They get out of there with the retreat once again. Sungjin Choi goes for a Typhoon and it's gonna hit him quite yet. There you go, gets in 1 stack of it. Phantom Grip now.
Not looking too good.
Sungjin Choi still has a gusto. He's gonna retreat out of there once again. Persistence is back up now. Get the knockdown once again. He's gonna continue on with this. Yuntae-san.
Is used by Sungjin Choi.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a chance.
Knockdown.
Yuntae-san gonna concede the damage. Gonna pull him in.
Chase!
He has to reversal out of there. Block of Blades is still available for Yuntae-san, but otherwise, this might be Sungjin Choi going down now.
Lightning draw coming down. Yeah.
Lightning draw is available, and that will be the easy finish. And Yuntae-san, for the side of GC Busan Blue, will get the first point in the series. And GC Busan Red, we talked to them during our break and talked about their expectations for this matchup. They still believe that they're 1 step ahead when it comes to just pure skills when you compare the 3 players on both teams. But They have been mentioning that each player from GC Busan Blue have been improving on terms of skills, so it's really showing their end. We go hand in hand with Sung Choi and Yinta Sun. Sun finds that last bit of stun near the end onto the aerial. It's good enough to finish him off with that lightning draw in the end.
Yeah, and you know, they were taking their time throughout the whole match, if you guys noticed. And there's less room for mistakes if they do play it very slow like this. You know, I like more exciting games when they're going at each other, where there's more room for mistakes, where it shows more skill not making mistakes while playing such a fast game. But this time around, it was a pretty slow game until the end when, you know, Yuntae-san got that area with the lightning draw finish, knowing that Sungjin Choi was out of gust and only had persistence left.
I mean, to be honest, what I'm looking at here is like, I feel like I'm watching the GC Busan practice now.
Yeah.
What their usual routine does with the two teams always scrimming with each other.
Yep.
Back at their team house. We know that GC Busan, there's no other team like it because they know each other better than any other team in the world, and these are basically teams that you share the room with, you share the practice room in as well, so they know each other very well. So also the play style should be very predictable for these teams, but currently Blue being up 1-0, they're gonna send out Daeyoung Choi on the Assassin against Juno Han on the Warlock here. Let's see who's gonna get that second win to get that second point in this best of 7.
Yeah, ever since Shin Kyung Kim let go of the Warlock, Juno Han's been up there, and even in the Korean ranks, he has been hitting the top tier ranks as the Warlock after abandoning the Blade Master since last year. But so basically, Juno Han's Warlock is very formidable, as well as Daeyoung Choi's Assassin, and we will be going into our set 2. Let's get it on.
Here we go for game 2 between the GC Busan Red and GC Busan Blue. Busan Derby currently in favor of the blue side. Daeyoung Choi trying to make it a 2-0 victory now. Gets the stun, forcing out the second win away from Juno Han. Daeyoung Choi, it's the Lotus down. It's the initial strike onto him, so probably want to go on the aggression once again.
There we go. They are trading their escapes.
And that was going to be another stun coming in from Daeyoung Choi, which is going to force out at the body swap. Void walk from Juno Han.
One back CC. There we go. Time distortion. Getting his escape back. Making his move, but
Now we
Daeyoung
saw
Choi is sliding out.
Daeyoung Choi, no escapes. No Lotus of escape. And also the stealth is still on cooldown for the next 7 seconds. Even use a retreat to get out of there, but Juno Han with the kill right here. Stealth is coming back, so Daeyoung Choi knowing this, gonna go on the aggression here. Poison breath off of that stun. Get bombarded.
There we go. Finally, Juno Han escapes with that escape, but it's not looking good. He is CC'd again.
Second win once again.
Oh,
no
it might be
escapes
over
whatsoever.
It
And
is.
as long as he can get that 1-0.
Oh, he lived through that with the packs. The back roll into the air.
Still has a stealth
Oh,
though. He
there-
should get out of
there
there
we
with
go.
G-Dose.
Probably spam that stealth to get out of there.
Definitely, I would have as well.
Yeah.
And Lotus of escape. Flowers been put down. Juno Han still doesn't have the second win available, so he needs to be a little bit careful.
Let's see if Daeyoung Choi knows that. Plays it aggressive, but all right. Juno Han gets his escape back.
He might use it very well if he
Yup,
does
he
feel the
uses
need for
it.
Now it's going to be a chance for Daeyoung Choi now. He's got the stealth ready, but Lotus escapes there, so he's going to go on the aggression. But Juno Han's countering back with the damage.
Juno Han's just staying by the wall with the familiar, like in between.
Just trying to buy time, definitely in. But the forward walk is still there, so it'll be up to Juno Han. He feels the danger. Doesn't even get the second win back because
Time distortion.
the time distortion, I should say.
Gonna go aggressive with that now. Oh, but the familiar is gone. Sanctum is put down.
Daeyoung Choi. They're gonna go with the poke damage from Juno Han. Daeyoung Choi feeling the pressure. Uses the stealth once again.
Stealthing in. Oh, 30 seconds left.
Trying to go for
Daeyoung
the
Choi
stun
made his
here.
move. The body swap.
Yep. And maybe
One more
has
CC.
the second win
Oh.
available. So could get out of this danger. He's gonna go for the
Okay.
trying to go for the lightning strike and the bombard together. Hopefully get enough damage to knock him out, but it wasn't quite enough.
Ooh, damn, Choi moving.
Another stun, and this might be it. Yeah, Dae Choi does get the win for blue side. And suddenly they're 2-0 up, and GC Busan Red, after beating the blue side from Korea Finals the last day, secured him this first spot in the beginning.
Yeah.
GC Busan Blue, maybe they were preparing this comeback, preparing this revenge. Hopefully trying to get a win right here against their sister team. Couldn't do it in Korea Finals, trying to do it in the World Championship is what GC Busan Blue is trying to do.
Yeah, well, so far, it seems like GC Busan Blue singles is being stronger compared to GC Busan Red. We'll see what happens in this third match against tags. Seeing we're almost gonna probably see the same compositions from what we've heard. That GC Busan prepared the same composition as well, where Yuta-san doesn't play the Blade Dancer during tag anymore and moved on to the Destroyer. So we'll have to see which side's tag team is stronger now.
We saw that the Assassin, probably the only difference here, coming in from the GC Busan Blue side, but Dan Choi, rival by Hyungi Kim on the Assassin, Juno Han, and it's going to be Jun Jae-jung on that Warlock. And I should say, Yuta-san going back to the Destroyer now for the tag. Probably rival Sang Jin Choi on the World Destroyer, so compositionally, should be very, very much the same, and we shouldn't expect any surprises regarding the composition. So, mirror matches, sometimes we don't know what to expect, what the player's going to be thinking heading into match, and stylistically, we're going to have to find out what these two teams will be prepared for.
Yeah,
get in.
and mirror matches usually, especially with the sister teams, especially with two teams that are so close, just one small mistake, allowing the opponent to capitalize on your mistake is the crucial point. And if you're able to catch on to that opportunity when your opponent makes that mistake, and capitalizing on it is the crucial moment. Unless that doesn't happen, it will be probably a TKO or a very dull tag match.
I mean, to be honest, the first two singles, it's kind of dull, to be honest, because of how much they knew about each other, and they knew that just waiting for each other to make a move, and it ended up being no moves being made for a majority of the game. And like I said, that one mistake can be the crucial part, and just being one step ahead. That's what the minimal difference is between these two teams. So in the tag, that will be emphasized a lot more with three players being involved on both sides. Who will make the more mistakes, and who will make the bigger ones, that will give the other team a chance to strike forth.
Yep, and who will play the better mind game, who will go one step further into the mind game, we will see in this third set of singles. Let's get it on.
We go for the tag match between both GC Busan teams. We see Blue on the ahead, 2-0 right now. So GC Busan Red, if they win this one, they're gonna get it back to even. So probably is on the agenda right now, trying to win out this one.
Yep, Dae Choi versus Junhan, a rematch, but Dae Choi is in the air this time around.
There's no defensive interfere from any of his teammates, so just want to let Dae Choi be. Just let him figure out things himself. Trying to do that, but with the time distortion, all the escapes back. Junohan.
Yep. Oh, body swap. This time around, defensive interference does come in.
Saw the stealth being used along with the Lotus of Escape, and that has been brought right back. The interfere coming from Yoon Jae-jung. Warlock on that time distortion.
The Poison Breath Bombard combo is just tons of damage right there.
Yeah. Finally, it's good enough to force out a defensive interfere now from Sang Jin Choi. Puts out the iron plating at the end.
It's unusual seeing that small Warlock in there.
So he doesn't.
Oh, Junohan,
taking a lot of
okay.
damage, and that is good enough. Get him out of this match, and tags out towards Hyungi Kim. Now making it an assassin mirror match. See Dae Choi not having the Lotus of Escape while Hyungi Kim still has that available. Uses stealth on both sides. So who can make the first strike here Both do have the Lotus of Escape available. Do have the flowers planted.
Yep. They both want this set for the 2 points for GC Busan Red. They want to tie it up. For GC Busan Blue, they want to make the gap larger and make it 4-0.
That's what they want here. And Yuntasan pulls him in. Kim, he has to use the Lotus of Escape to get out of there, but Yuntasan being tagged in by Dan Choi. That one tag point wasn't a free tag. Woo Hyung Kim make him pay for that though.
Hyung Kim is just throwing the bombard in the fog. There we go. Yuntasan making his move.
Just spinning around for
There
now,
we go,
and
knockback.
persistence has to be used. Yuntasan on that play. Hyung Kim, it's on the landmine. Pop it. Definitely not in the distance to do that.
Oh!
Okay, and gonna be stun coming up.
Reactionary 2v2.
Rohan coming in defensively. We saw his teammate go up in the air.
Yeah, pretty even overall. Even though Junohan did take some damage, Daeon Choi ended up taking some damage to tag out as well. Now it's Yuntasan versus Hyungyu Kim, who will be tagged out in 9 seconds.
So Hyung Kim might get that first free tag in this match. Game 3 between the two GC Busans.
No.
We reaction 2v2 now. Let's see how the damage falls towards both teams.
Alright, Sungjin Choi did come in and take some damage, but he was able to save his escapes.
Okay, now you did jump trying to go for the damage. It's not going to allow it with Kim. But Sungjin Choi trying to make an effort to defend against that.
Oh, persistence is popped.
Second win to get out of there in Jejung. So Junohan will be back out. Face out. Center seams. Warlock in this mirror match until Yuntasan is tagged in right away.
Oh, Yuntasan is getting poked out a little bit.
Not significant of a damage though.
Yeah.
He wants a lot more than that, and Junohan really knows that.
Ooh. Approaching Junohan with the Typhoon. He has to get out of there. Alright.
Tries to go for the stun there. We thought he had it.
Alright, we have a tag on GC Busan Blue side, but we have
Boy.
an interfere for GC Busan Red.
Let's see, ended up saving all the escapes, and Dan Choi still couldn't get too much damage to Junohan. Trying to force out the escape, I reckon.
Yep. And they're still around 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Health bar is pretty even right now.
I mean, to be fair, nothing really significant has happened for the first 5 minutes. We sort of expected this with two teams who have very much intelligence over each other. So knowing exactly what your opponent is going to do can make the game this draggy. And
Only these two teams can do this.
yeah, no, really. You don't have to go for anything risky because you already know what they're gonna react to. So Dan Choi trying to go in now, go for damage, but once again, nothing coming from it yet.
Ooh, Shadow Slash didn't connect for Daeon Choi. Interfere came in.
Okay, I don't know what that was for.
Ooh, offensive interfere actually. They both went into stealth.
Okay.
Right.
Choi,
3
looking
seconds
familiar.
left. Junohan will be tagged out.
Yeah, it's gonna go for the chase there. Will he get it there? I think it was almost good enough. Hyung Kim doesn't use any escapes though.
Yeah, Daeon Choi does freeze him with his Ice Mine. Stealth is used.
Yeah, so I don't know what that was about. Perhaps he felt the pressure and then he might be able to do something. Once again, these guys know so much more than us about each other. We thought we knew something about GC Busan, but I'm sure these guys, 6 players out on the field, probably know so much more than we do about these teams. So they're sometimes make these unconventional plays. I'm sure they have a reasoning behind everything they do.
Oh, no defensive
the
interference.
first snap.
Tags out.
He does tag out in. Without any tag point or interfere points, won't be able to come in, but still good of him to still stay alive. That's a crucial part here. Yunjung, Junohan trying to trade some damage onto each other. Junohan getting the worst of the trades.
Hyungyu Kim will probably stay on bench, heal up a little bit. It takes very long time to heal up on the bench, but he needs it. And now it's basically up to Juno and Sungjin Choi for the time being.
Right now, won't get those interferes back. Hyungyu Kim, let's see the 3-minute mark coming in at about 37 seconds. Jung Without that second win, has to be a little bit careful, which is now getting the damage from Junohan. Forces out to interfere coming from Yuntaesun.
Yep. And there is the last tag used, and Daeyoung Choi is out. The only one left with the tag point on GC Busan Blue.
Daeyoung Choi has to be putting up damage to his opponent, and that is good enough pressure to force out Sungjae Choi, the World Destroyer.
The only one with the tag point left on GC Busan Red side as well.
Yep, and Daeyoung Choi still has his, but no interfere points of his own, but
now they will get it back.
There we go, and 3-minute mark does hit, and Yuntaesun, Yunjejung, along with the other two players from GC Busan Red, also have their interferes to work with.
Well, Hyungwoo Kim got his back too, but he won't be coming in for a while with that interfere, because he might just get deleted if he comes in. They might just focus down Hyungwoo Kim if he comes in with that interfere.
So you saw right there, Daeyoung Choi trying to go for that stun, but doesn't trick Sungjae Choi to use that escapes, trying to fish it out there.
Oh, there we go with the persistence.
Yep, and Junohan comes in for the interfere, sense danger from the blue opponents.
Ooh, gets the knockdown.
And that's going to be an iron plating though this time around.
Yuntaesun comes in.
We don't have many time left in this tag match 3. You did discuss of a possibility of going to a TKO, and it looks like it might happen with all 3 players from both sides still alive, so still taking it slow. They're not rushing into things. Choi goes up.
Oh, Sungjae Choi is in the air.
Be a lot of damage, and Junohan comes back out now. If we do go to TKO, just seemed like GC Busan Blue really put out the damage, whereas Red couldn't really find any opening of their opposition. So
yeah, a minute and 30 seconds, still enough for these guys to finish off at least 2 guys, or even finish off all 3 guys if the mistake or the opportunity is given.
See Red, but they can come back from this, because right now if it does end with the damage chart, seems like Blue will take it, just because of the HP difference we see visually on the graphics, but we know that it's all about same composition, so we can expect those HP bars to help us tell us the full story.
Yep, and now we have that Warlock mirror match. No one taking any damage, but a lot is being thrown.
See the interfere being thrown on by both sides. The reaction 2v2 for not much gained on both sides.
45 seconds left until the match is over. They may want to make some offensive interferes coming in.
Yeah, I should mention that Sungjae Choi did come in. That's Choi trying to go for the offensive interfere. Really, Jejung does escape from danger. From the shackles, will he get up in the air? Almost seemed like it, but
25 seconds left. And they're just attacking the familiar.
Okay, the Tether Blade does come in. Side of Junohan.
Leech. Alright, both reaction with the iron plating.
Both
sides.
Yeah, it's just a destroyer interfere coming in, trying to go in offensively, but they can also use their
3 seconds.
Defensive tools. Have been making, but really nothing coming in from Red, and it's most likely gonna be Blue taking it up in the end in this actionless tag match of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We see that Blue's gonna get the victory here as we expected. That was a little more damage that they put out, so 4-0 now. Some Blue seemed like Red could have had a chance being the first seed from Korea, having beat them previously in the Korea finals. We thought might be able to do it again, but 4-0, pretty depressing scoreline for the side of Red, if you have to say. And Blue just want to continue on with this and maybe even get a clean sweep out of this series.
Yeah, it is possible right now. They are on a roll, 4-0. That is a big gap. Let's hope that GC Busan Red could get their stuff together to come back through at least this set 4 and set 5, where we will be going back to our singles, where GC Busan Red has lost both singles in the previous first set and second set. See what happens starting with the 4th and 5th.
We're gonna go on to the singles to see whether GC Busan Blue can relieve us from watching another 10-minute TKO tag, or we're gonna see GC Busan Blue just winning out these next 2 matches here will be good enough to skip out Game 6 and Game 7 altogether and to call them the winner. fair and square in. So it has to be GC BUSAN Red here. They have to win at least one game to get us back into that game 6.
Yep, just one singles taken by GC BUSAN Red will make us move on to set 6. But if not, like Joel said, 2 more wins on GC BUSAN Blue side back-to-back will give them a 6-0 clean sweep and give them the first seed going into the grand finals.
Go, done with the tag. 4-0 right now for the side of blue, and red really having a hard time against them in the singles and also in the tag. So really something they're trying to figure out at this moment. In the practice, they did say the record was 2-2, so they thought they were coming in pretty even before this match began. But all about the present, and blue maybe hiding something under their sleeve, showing a strong performance. We're gonna go back to the singles here, but Yoon Jae-jung, seeing him on the summoner.
Yep.
That's something that he did bring out in yesterday's matches, but did not bring him a victory. So what they can do this time, really wants to win, being the summoner main that he is, to get that one win. As well as 2017 with that class, can be up against Kim to make that done.
Yeah, and it wasn't actually a familiar seeing of summoners, but during this world, it actually became very, familiar seeing every time every other team basically had a summoner on their roster or brought out the summoner in their singles, and the music has changed. Let's see Yoon Jae-jung's summoner versus Hyungyu Kim's assassin. Let's get it on.
Saw other summoners from different regions.
Yep.
Finding a lot of success with that class, but Yoon Jae-jung, being the summoner main that he is, had to play the Warlock because of his teammates' request in regards to the composition that they felt like they benefited from the most. Yoon Jae-jung couldn't just go out at World 2017 without getting a win on the summoner. He's trying to do that now against Hyungyu Kim on the assassin.
Exactly like what you said. He wants at least one win on his summoner before this world ends. And right now he has taken some damage, but he was able to take out Hyungyu Kim's both of his escapes. So just one good grapple from a cat might do it.
He's taking the damage out from Hyungyu Kim slowly, and
in the air.
Oh,
super soft flower and the grapple!
That is just no escaping from that. Hyungyu Kim does not win against the summoner, and 5-0 lead to GC BUSAN Blue. He looks angry, definitely, because he knows that he's been played with, he's been toyed with a summoner and that cat.
That cute cat owned him, basically.
And Hyungyu Kim left speechless there. Well, I say speechless, but he was saying a lot of things after the game. I mean, he's pretty angry, trying to get out his frustrations out towards his teammates, but his teammates, it wasn't their fault that he lost the game.
It wasn't their fault.
It's his fault that he lost the game, and
it was singles.
So it was about,
and too bad that you couldn't beat out a cute cat on top of you. That's probably why he was so angry. He's like, what is this cat on top of me?
What is his teammates trying to say? I mean Juno Han Sung Choi trying to calm him down for a bit, but what are you supposed to say when you came out in singles and couldn't beat out a cat?
You know what you
little
say?
Summoner.
You know what you say? Sorry guys, I'll hit the gym.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you say. But anyways, GC BUSAN Blue taking the lead 5-0, and this might be the last singles if GC BUSAN Blue takes another win.
And suddenly, GC BUSAN Red is in this situation where they have to win every single match.
Yep.
Game 5, 6, and 7 in consecutive. Somehow get their still first seed, which is what both of these teams are wanting, but it was a lot closer to getting that done. So one more single win, just one more exertion of effort should be good enough to at least even let them just skip out Game 6 and Game 7 and really have that wonderful spot of being first seed. We're going to have a rematch what we saw in Game 2, Juno Han and Dan Choi, Warlock versus Assassin. We saw Dan Choi win out the last one, get that crucial stun near the end of that Game 2 to get the win. Get enough damage to finish them all. Will he be able to do it again, or Juno Han will be able to defend out just one more point for the team. Gonna find out.
Yeah, and you know, Juno Han and Daeyoung Choi, basically the MVPs of each team. Not saying the other two are bad, but these two have been showing such good performances, and they are doing basically the main burst damages during tags as well. So this will be a rematch for them, but let's see who will get the victory.
It's gonna go over to the last single. Could possibly be the last match of this series between GC Busan Red, GC Busan Blue. Let's see who gets the win right here. Staying on. There you go. The Busan Derby hasn't been as close as we always like to expect it to be. Seemed like the matches itself were pretty close when you consider all things, but just result-wise, it's currently 5-0. So
It just seems like the tag match was the closest one.
yeah,
And all the singles are just going towards GC Busan Blue side. Oh, but this time around, Juno Han gets Daeyoung Choi in the air. Daeyoung Choi decides to save his escapes though.
he's gonna take that damage in exchange for future damage to come. Probably that's when he'll use that escape that he has.
Yep. All right, before the familiar is gone, Juno Han will get his second win back from the time distortion. All right, just one escape taken away from Juno while the familiar is gone. It will be good enough for Daeyoung Choi to finish him off.
Trying to get someone to a stun here. So it's familiar out once again. The Lotus is right there.
All right, Shadow
Goes
Slash.
in.
Body swap is happening.
Yeah, so he had to use that with that stun being up. Another stun coming through into the air now. Well, he gets me into the webbing here. Let's see him do that.
He wants Juno Han to use his escape, and he does.
Does
No more escape for Juno Han.
Will it be the 6-0
Oh,
clean
no.
sweep? Oh my goodness, might come through. Will he have the time distortion though? I wonder if it's back on
No,
cooldown.
not yet. Not yet. That's a Juno Han's running around in that sector trying to avoid, run away from Daeyoung Choi.
I mean, I personally didn't expect a 6-0 on clean
Yeah,
sweep.
me
GC
neither.
Blue, but might happen. There's no escape right now for Juno Han.
8 seconds left.
Even doesn't even have the familiar, so you'll get the second win
Oh,
back.
but Daeyoung Choi is in the air.
Okay.
He's gonna stealth out. He has to.
Yeah, he does it
Yep.
finally. Still,
Oh, Tetherblade landing, and
this
this is
might be it.
over for Daeyoung Choi.
5-1.
All right.
Didn't get the clean sweep. Now we're on to game 6. So
That sucks.
if it's a repeat of game 3, game 6 should be another TKO. But hoping
Please
either
no.
team really makes a little bit of dynamic, rebellious turn on their conventional plays and just don't sit back and stand around for 10 minutes. We hope they put out damage and knock one man out and just not have all 6 men left standing when
Yeah.
the 0-second timer is up. So
Yeah, let's have at least, you know, one side get a little cocky and make mistakes or
Please,
play
yes.
it super aggressive to, you know, see some eliminations during tag, even though it may still go down to a TKO. Last time around, like Joel said, all 6 players were alive and they were all pretty healthy after healing up as well. So we don't want matches like that. They don't want it either, but, you know, they have to play it carefully just in case, like, something happens, like I just said, someone makes a mistake and just starts to get, you know, bursted down. They don't want that.
I mean, while we love watching Blade and Soul, don't like players standing around, hugging the wall for 10 minutes for all 6 men to be alive when the timer does run out. And you see what's on red, you see what's on blue. Still heavy favorites towards the blue side. We'll take red miraculous win on this one. And also in game 7,
Yeah.
that's the only way to win out this series. But we've seen it done. Most notably from yesterday, where Pengandi got that done, being down 5-1, pulled out a 6-5 victory against IDEPS. It's gonna be GC Busan Red's turn now. They're in this situation where they have to win every single match. Last 2 tag, some plays remaining. We're gonna see whether they can get that done.
Yo, I just want to say, will GC Busan Red pull off a Pengandi? Because they were the only team coming back from a 5-1 loss into a 6-5 win. Let's get this 6th match underway. Let's get it on.
Here we go for, once again, it could be the last match.
Yep.
All depends on whether GC Busan Blue will just be doing what they've been doing so far and just get another win. Will be a 7-1 victory for these guys, but GC Busan Red pulls out an upset once again. Give them 2 more points, making it 5-3. Getting them into this Game 7 situation, which will be worth 3 points. Could get that win. Even though you were down 5-0, definitely could happen.
Yep, Taiwanese team has done it already, and that is probably the first time seeing it happen. Like I mentioned before, in a best of 7.
We'll be sure out of those escapes, but we'll get him back with the time distortion coming in from Junohan's interfere there.
Yep, and you know they have on red side already used 2 interfere points, but they couldn't get anything too much done on Daeung Choi.
You can use both escape, and all 3 of them are really.
Oh, Young Kim taking some damage.
Okay, now it's gonna go 4th. Sung Choi comes in for that iron plating, save him off. He's gonna come in on the field himself after Young Kim just bashed down by Daeung Choi. Don't really have nothing to do. Even used Junohan's interfere for the time distortion after he used both escapes and used it again straight after and called for the iron plating from Sung Choi. And for that, he's going to be coming out. He can taking a lot of resources from his teammates now. Daeung Choi going to feel the advantage that he has gained for himself. Gonna get the free tag right here. Coming in, no chase, probably going to be happening.
Daeung Choi basically took away 1 tag points and 3 interferes away from GC Busan Red by himself.
Go. There's going to be enough pressure coming from Yu Ji-jung. From Daeung Choi's interfere there as well. He's going to tag out. Use the 2nd tag point on 4th side. Bring Junohan back out to the field.
They're basically holding hands, but now Junohan's in the air.
Okay. We might not see the resident sleeper Game 3 in this Game 6. We might actually see some men being knocked out. Yu Ji-jung takes the damage on the other end.
But Yu Ji-jung comes in with that perfect interfere.
Yeah, very perfectly timed. Barely took any damage, Yu Ji-jung. Daeung Choi comes back onto the field.
Oh, this guy has been doing so well.
Yeah. Yeah, I should say that though.
Yeah, he gets reached.
Yeah, so gotta be careful what you say ending. You don't want to mess up a good performer. Consistency, you do curse them out. Seen it happen before.
Yeah.
Endings, curses are real.
Yep, they are real. But anyways, if you look at the resource points, GC Busan Red is slowly depleting all of their resources one by one.
They really are, and really trying to look for the answer towards their sister team, but really nothing coming forth so far. Maybe the close shave onto the bombard. Another bombard coming through. Still takes minimal damage out of Sung Choi. Goes for the typhoon. Really nothing hitting from that yet.
It's really this Daeung Choi doing work all by himself this time around.
I mean, Yun-taesan and Yu Ji-jung, they're just supporting him, which is exactly what they're supposed to do.
Doing it very well.
Really are, and you're on point like that. I mean, what are you supposed to do at GC Busan Red when you tried every member in your team to go forth against Daeung Choi to see who can best take him on, but it seems like the answer has been no one so far. Daeung Choi now knows his position, knows that none of the members of GC Busan Red can take him on, so feeling the relaxation, feeling the ease of going forward with this. It's time to flower once again.
Yeah, there we go. Daeung Choi making his move, the knockdown with the landmine, but into the air. 4 more seconds until force tag. Will Sung Choi go for that chase?
Okay, Lotus Escape comes through, but he still has that stealth.
Ooh, he went in.
Yun-taesan, he was chased as soon as he came in, but Goes for the counter attack right away. Sunny Choi will be force tagged out. Getting their first free tag point, actually. GC Busan Red always had to really use their tag point voluntarily. And done, but Johan doesn't get chased with
away from that typhoon.
Busan really backing away for that challenge. Daeung Choi coming back out to interfere.
Yeah, they really are sending out Daeung Choi a lot this time.
Just whenever
They
somebody
know
else come in, yeah.
They know he's feeling it today.
You gotta feed your teammate when they're feeling it,
Yeah.
and definitely exactly what they're trying to do. Support him once again. Distortion and the Sanctum coming for Yunjejung. Still, Juno Han now feeling a little bit different about this matchup and tries to go for the damage.
Yeah, but Daeung Choi, this guy's a beast today. Yeah, he has always been good, but to be this good, to deplete all of their enemy resources by himself.
I mean, seems that he's not getting into any source of danger throughout this entire tag, and he's been out on the field basically. I mean,
he's been out a lot, and he
most
still
of the
has
field.
2 tag points.
And most of the time, it wasn't Yuntae-sun or Yunjejung out on the field. It was mostly Daeung Choi.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever he does get the free tag out for being out so long, I mean, his teammates tag back onto him and just bring it back out.
All right, as we say that, the first tag used by Daeung Choi.
The wallbang.
Okay.
We talked about the wallbang coming from Destroyer. Really, Yunjejung gets no highlight anymore because the Destroyer wallbang is so strong. Typhoon into the wall. No escaping that, and there came and interfere and help your teammate get away from that. So it's nearly impossible once you're caught in that situation to get out of there.
But I just want to say, Seongjin Choi could always make an opportunity to do that wallbang. It's just Yuntae-sun was able to make it and actually do it first before Seongjin Choi, because Daeung Choi has been toying with GC Busan Red throughout this whole 6th set. And that is one of the reasons why Seongjin Choi couldn't make an opportunity, because they both know they can use it against each other with the same composition.
As it stands right now, we're going to get to the 3-minute mark very soon. If it does go to TKO once again, it seems like Blue now has a huge advantage for GC Busan Red not having the assassin for 3.5 minutes.
Oh, Daeung Choi in the air though.
This can make a difference as long as they can knock Daeung Choi out, but maybe onto the webbing with the help of his teammate. Knock him down though. Thunderstruck. Down.
Yeah, coming in, taking a lot of damage.
Juno Han takes a lot of damage from Daeung Choi.
Yep, and no more tags for them.
Juno Han, I mean, somehow he has to survive. He does have Seongjin Choi to help him out if he needs him. Otherwise, 47 seconds is what he has to last. For Daeung Choi's strong performance he's shown throughout today.
Yep. Got body swapped and forced Daeung Choi to use that stealth by landing that tether blade.
Tab escape is gone for Daeung Choi. Give me the shackles.
Oh,
Might go up in the air though. Does have the Lotus of Escape though. Well, they put down the flower somewhere. There you see.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's gone now. He has to re-put it down.
Yeah, there he goes. Doesn't waste any time in doing that.
Oh, lands that
Stun coming
stun.
through, and that's going to be the second win being procced right away by Juno Han. Yunjejung coming in, tries to put him into the air. Yeah, it was, and Seongjin Choi puts him in the iron plane to make sure nothing happens from there.
4, 3, 2, 1 for that first tag.
Okay, and it's going to be Seongjin Choi, no chase coming in right away. Knockdown will happen, the poison breath. Will it be using the gust and get out of there with the tab escape?
All right, Daeung Choi tags out. Yunjejung comes in with full health.
Okay.
Let's see if Yunjejung will be able to PvE him, keep that distance, and just poke Seongjin Choi down.
Definitely see Seongjin Choi trying to go for the wallbang, but it's going to be a lot of damage. It won't be enough to stop him off, so Juno Han coming in with the Sanctum to minimize the damage that Yunjejung's throwing at him, but still pokes him out. Seongjin Choi in a very dangerous situation. No interfere coming in with the cooldown now on Juno Han. He has to save himself, but will he though? Daeung Choi trying to save him out. And that's going to be a lot of poke, and really the Destroyer has nothing to do. Seongjin Choi will be out. And even if it doesn't go to a TKO,
Leech.
it just seemed like Juno Han will be finished off.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing that Juno Han can do. What he's supposed to do just by himself. With basically 2 interferers coming in for the side of GC Busan Blue. There is nothing that he can do, and Juno Han will eventually be knocked off. Puts the paper down, but it won't last forever.
Oh, look at his health.
Yeah, it really is. And Junohan, it was eventual that they were going to get this, but GC Busan Blue pretty happy. I'll say that. As they get a revenge match towards their favor. They did lose out in Korea Finals, losing out, becoming that second seed in Korea. And because of GC Busan Red, they had to play through those group stages. But now their struggles pay off as they get the revenge count. And really get that really wanted win for the side of GC Busan Blue over GC Busan Red.
This is how it was in season 1 and 2 actually, and like you mentioned, in Korea Finals, somehow GC Busan Red was able to take the first place away from GC Busan Blue, but this is the usual what has been going on in the Korean scene, where GC Busan Blue easily been taking the first place every tournament until that one time in the Korea Finals.
The first wall bang. Yeah, the wall bang. Yeah, that was crucial. It's just like I keep mentioning, it's very, very, very strong. So don't stand against the wall when you're fighting against a destroyer.
Yeah.
It's another quirky PvP tips right there.
Yeah. And when you get grabbed by one, just ask for help, because he's gonna bring you down to the wall and try to go for that wall bang.
I mean, if you get caught by the wall bang, just click Alt F4 and just get out of the game. And really not worth playing there. You already know you're gonna lose there. So.
Yeah, let's just hope NC Korea does something about this. But anyways, yeah, the first match of the winners match is finished now, and GC Busan Blue will move up into the grand finals as the first seed.
So being the first seed, they already clinched themselves at least second place in this overall tournament. Gonna be waiting for GC Busan Red, this last team coming from the losers match. The winner of that will face them to see the second and third place in next Friday coming in, and they will be the ones to come in to fight GC Busan Blue. In the end, we're going to go to a short break to find out which team that will be as we get onto the losers match to see who's going to be eliminated and is going to be coming in as the third seed. So we'll be right back.